Nakaka-proud siya. Kasi
Okay.
syempre, looking at yung journey ko din before ako makarating dito, sobrang nakaka-proud. And also, ayoko din kasi maging siya, yung point na kakalimutan ko na yung pinagdaanan ko. So that's why I really have this, yung story talaga sa album ko is very personal din. Kasi gusto ko rin parang i-celebrate yung mga struggles na pinagdaanan ko before na sobrang hirap.
How goes it, ladies and gents? This is Enzo from Able Asia, and you are watching the Able Podcast. Today on the show is Shanne Dandan, who just released her album. We're going to be talking to her about the inspiration behind her songs, her journey as an artist, and the struggles she has faced. So without further ado, Shane, welcome to the show. Let's start from the very beginning, a very good place to start. So you just released your album 1 week ago. Kumusta naman yan?
I feel overwhelmed that something very personal is out there and people can listen to it. At the same time, I'm grateful na like my stories have been heard by many people.
So you mentioned something interesting off camera before we started rolling na you like to keep your songs to yourself. Parang may ganong side ka. So yun nga, na-mention mo nga na it's very personal. So how does it feel now that the songs are out in the world, people are able to listen to them? What does it feel like now?
Parang may isang fan na nag-message. So it was a very long message na sabi niya, oh my God, Ate Shane, when I was going through this specific moment in my life, you released this song. Tapos, yung one of the songs that I released. And then, when I became like this, you released this another song. So parang sinasamahan ko daw siya all
Gina-journal
throughout
mo
the
yung buhay
journey ng life niya. So parang wow, okay. So sobrang na-touch ako doon kasi somehow yung struggles ko na pinuput ko rin into my songs and all the moments, my growing up moments, healing journey, may nakaka-relate din doon na isang tao and it feels like a hug. Somehow, parang hug siya na parang, oh, you're not alone. Parang ganun. And somehow, ako din, yung nag-hug din sa person na yun na, you're not alone. Parang ganun. So like, we're hugging each other. Parang ganun yung experience na when I read those kinds of messages.
So has it somehow helped you get over that thought na parang dapat sa akin lang yung mga kanta? Okay.
Because also I do so many things aside from music because I'm also a visual artist. So feeling ko parang yung music ko is very sobrang personal for me kasi I grew up doing music. I started a very young age. So parang like I used to join mga singing competitions, ganun. So parang my music life was very public before pa, since I was young. So parang when I started doing my own music, I wanted to be mine lang. Parang ganun, like gusto ko ipagdamot. Pero at the same time, I also want yung nag-message sa akin na person na what I've said earlier, parang people like them, I want them to feel na they're not alone.
Oh, so you mentioned, no, yun nga, you talk about your struggles in the music, you talk about heartbreak. It's very personal nga, very, parang when you listen to the songs, nakakaiyak talaga siya. So, can you talk about the themes in the album? Obviously, you're talking about heartbreak and other things. Can you talk about the themes in the album?
Kung iyong mamarapatin is, first of all, the title, parang if you translate it, parang if you shall or if you may, parang ganun siya. So, this album is like reintroducing myself kasi as an artist, like reintroducing my sound and my songwriting. And kasi after all those struggles that I faced, parang ang daming nangyaring nag-evolve talaga yung songwriting ko and I became very personal with what I write. So from the start ng album to the end, it's a journey. So parang sa umpisa, it's like sobrang lungkot pa. Yun yung mga songs na nasulat ko and I was going through that moment na parang sobrang hopeless, feeling super lost in life. And then as you go through the album, so I think sa bandang gitna, dun na parang magkakaroon ng something light na sounding din, and the lyrics also na parang okay, I pinagdaanan ko tong mga struggles na to, and I should own it. Like, I should not become ashamed of it or like try to forget it. Kasi if you bury kasi yung mga bad memories, parang later in life, mag-unearth ulit. Tapos parang paulit-ulit yung pattern of yung cycle of the struggle. So parang paulit-ulit mong mafe-feel yung same pain na feel mo before. So if you like parang in-known mo talaga yung ganung heartbreaks, and parang okay, this is a part of me now. So what do I do with it? So I created this album to commemorate parang ganun, kumbaga yung mga pinagdaanan ko, and somehow I hope that other people will also relate to the album na in a ganong way na parang hindi end yung kung ano mang struggle yung pinagdadaanan nila, but like there's a light dun sa end of the tunnel.
Ganda, may hope. There's
Yeah,
hope.
there's hope.
So, would you say, I hope you don't mind me asking, would you say that writing the album, producing the album might have been therapeutic for you when you were doing it?
Of course. And also, creating it with the people behind the album is very healing talaga for me, kasi first time in my life ako to be with musicians that have the same yung parang interest na gusto ko, and nata-translate talaga nila sa music yung gusto kong, yung naririnig ko inside my mind. Because me as a songwriter, I don't play any instrument. So when I write my songs, naririnig ko lang yung melodies, ganyan, or naisip ko yung lyrics, ganyan, tapos I put melodies. And then I just send the voice recording ng dun sa musicians, and then sila yung nagpo-put ng mga chords into it, and ng mga yung arrangement ng song. So it's very healing for me, kasi parang all my life doing music, parang feeling ko I was just following like yung rules. Kasi since singing competitions, so parang ang daming rules to follow, and ang dami mong sinusunod talaga na higher parang the management or something, ganyan. So this album, parang finally, I was in charge of my own sound, and the feeling na gusto kong ma-feel when I'm performing those songs or recording the song. So, it's, yun yung healing journey for me, kasi parang, wow, may ganito pa ng mga tao. I love you guys! Okay, yun lang.
So ano, parang nagiging common theme din pala yung ownership. Kasi you're owning your pain, you're owning the struggle, but you're also owning your sound. So that's a very cool theme. So you mentioned the creative process, but can we dig into that a bit more? So na-mention mo nga na you send voice notes or you send the lyrics. How would a song be put together? Kasi when you listen to the album, like di na babalik sa'yo, daming mga pieces, daming mga parts na parang grabe yun, paano na naisip yun? So, can we go through that song in particular? How did that song come together?
Actually, that's the first ever song that I wrote for the album.
Okay.
So, yun yung pinaka-early, one of the earliest songs din. And I remember hearing that, yung rhythm na yun and the lyrics. Kasi yun din yung song na nasulat ko, na naisip ko kagad yung lyrics. Kasi at first, all of the other songs, parang humming lang talaga, parang ganyan. Tapos, send ko lang sa musicians, ganyan. Pero ito, meron na, di nawawalik sa'yo, Tapos, iba pa yung phrasing niya before. Tapos, ang ginagawa namin is, when narinig na nila, tapos ginajam namin sa studio. So, parang, dun ko rin natatapos yung songs. So, parang, kunyari, in the first version ng song, yung nasulat ko lang is the first verse or chorus hanggang chorus lang. Tapos nung nag-jam na kami, dun ko na nasulat yung na 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 na
Aha.
na na na. Parang gano'n.
Sobrang
Parang dun
soulful ng part niya,
dun na
okay.
siya, nakikreate na siya. So, for yun, it's a collaborative process talaga in a way. Kasi, pag naririnig ko na yung actual instrumentation, parang dun na ako nagkakaroon ng mga ideas to how to finish or how to add more lyrics to the song or add more parang texture. So,
That's always something I like to ask also. When do you know when a song is done? Di ba minsan parang gusto mo maglagay pa ng vocal tracks, gusto mo pa ng i-double track mo to, yun. How do you know when a song is done?
actually, hindi ko rin alam. I think when you feel right now with it, kasi ganun din yung struggle ko at first. Like, gusto ko mag-add ng madami pa to a song. And then, I think, with the help then of other ears, kasi kung puro ears mo lang kasi yung ginagamit mo, baka parang sobrang hindi siya maging, parang hindi siya ma-appreciate din ng other people. So, if you parang i-incorporate mo rin yung opinions of other people, like, syempre may iba din yung pandinig nila. So, yung tenga din nila. So, if you listen to other people, then parang, okay, sige, tapos you'll understand it from another perspective.
Oh, that's interesting because you're saying that it's a very collaborative thing. But earlier on, you also said that songs are very personal for you. So, yung push and pull na yan between, wait, this is my song, but I need someone else's opinion. How do you balance out those two forces?
I think, be humble. I think as in yun talaga. Kasi, yung music, kasi for me, creating music is very humbling din, in a way. Kasi, syempre, not all your ideas naman is gonna parang ma-appreciate ng other people. So, parang if you need to listen, so, syempre ako, inisip ko, okay, I have experience din with music, pero syempre nasa ibang industry din ako, ibang side pa before. So, I need to listen then to other people na that's been doing this then also for a long time then in their life. So, it's very humbling and also very, sobrang, nakaka-amaze to, like, yung gusto ko kasi yung ganun, yung collaborative process na nakikita mo yung mga faces nila na nag-iisip sila. Tapos parang, wow, the human brain is so fascinating. So parang, okay, so yun yung, I think the lesson then for me when I was creating the album. So, yeah.
So you mentioned creating the album started out very somber, very sad to be honest, and then towards the middle there was more hope to it. Was that a conscious effort thing, or did it come out that way naturally?
I think naturally din siya. And also, what I really love about this is hindi siya, kunyari, I had a bunch of songs and then in-arrange na ganyan. Parang hindi ganun yung process niya. Yung pinakauna kong song is Di Na Babalik Sa'yo. And then, as we record per song, dun ko nakikreate yung ibang mga songs. Like, nasasulat ko siya or may mga natatapos akong older songs. So, parang ganun yung process niya. Hindi siya parang linear na, okay, this song naman. So, parang hindi. So, parang super, siya, natural. Kaya, it took us parang very, I think, mga almost 2 years din to create the album, to record it. Kasi, gusto ko din yung mga songs ko mag-come out naturally sa akin. So, ayun.
So, no forcing the issue, nothing like that. Okay.
Since it's my first album, so gusto ko maging super duper me yung album.
Yes. Okay. So, you mentioned dati, singing competitions and then now ownership. Let's touch on that a bit more. How liberating is it to finally be able to own your songs, do what you want, and just be able to communicate your own story? Ito na ba yun?
Ito struggle. Ito na yun. Ito na yung sign. Hindi, pero I think it's very oh my gosh. Okay, hindi. Nakaka-proud siya. Kasi syempre, looking at yung journey ko din to yung before ako makarating dito, sobrang nakaka-proud and also ayoko din kasi maging ano siya, maging yung point na kakalimutan ko na yung pinagdaanan ko. Parang
Wow,
ganun. So,
okay.
ayoko din maging ganun. So, that's why I really have this, yung story talaga sa album ko is very personal din. Kasi gusto ko rin, yun nga, parang i-celebrate na yung mga struggles na pinagdaanan ko before, na sobrang hirap, na syempre, oh my God, guys. Sobrang hirap talaga na, kasi I used to sing a lot talaga as in super duper. As in, exploited levels.
Holy cow,
So
okay.
parang, syempre, yun lang kasi yung alam kong way before. Alam na nating way before. Kasi, before kasi as a singer, syempre you have to really join mga, yun lang yung only way eh. Bumirit ka or sumali ka sa mga singing contest para sumikat ka, ganyan, sa TV, ganyan. So parang yun lang yung way before. Tapos, I've always struggled with that kasi syempre gusto ko rin magsulat ng sarili kong kanta. Ano, so, yung nararanasan ko na now, na nagagawa ko na siya, sobrang proud ako of myself for enduring all those struggles and very proud. Yun lang.
We're proud of you too. Thank you. And yeah, because of you enduring those struggles, now you've been nandito ka na sa point na you're being nominated, no? So na-nominate ka sa
Yay!
Wish, am I
Yeah.
correct? Sa Best Contemporary Folk Song. Iyakin.
Yes.
So, hindi ka naman umiyak na yan. Pero, pero can you talk
Muntik
about
na.
that? Muntik na. Can you talk about how it feels na, yun nga, from the struggles now, na nominate ka na and all those things. How great does that feel for you?
Nakakakilig. And it's, at first kasi, syempre, I couldn't believe it then. Kasi parang, wow, ang random naman. Kasi I couldn't believe din na yung mga critics or yung ganong platform will recognize my song as one of the best in a genre, in a certain category. So, sobrang wow. And ay, yun mo sasabihin ko. Sobrang thankful ako. Thank you, Wish. Yun lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I guess let's stick to that a bit. No? Parang, when did you sit down and decide na parang, teka, I'm gonna take ownership. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna write my own songs. Can you talk about that moment?
That moment. I think we all have those moments na parang we get tired now of being sad, being depressed, or being lonely. I think meron akong ganung parang light bulb moment in my life then of just a few years ago then na ilang months ko na kasi parang ini-endure yung pain kasi syempre I was going through something nung time na yun and then after a few months dun ko na-realize na hey, tama na guys. Guys, tama na to. Kailangan ko nang i-rewrite yung yung life ko, the story, ganyan. So, dun ko rin na-realize din yung, that's where I wrote yung kailan ba ako magiging masaya.
Okay.
So, kasi yun yung question na paulit-ulit ko rin tinatanong sa sarili ko noon na, ano ba to? Kailan ba ako magiging masaya?
Right.
So, I wrote a song about that. And then, that's when I started writing din yung Kung Iyong Mamarapatin, the title track. Kasi parang inisip ko noon, I need parang nag-hope kasi ako ng something to change. Like, kasi yung lyrics nun is, kung mamarapating maging para sa akin, ang ihip ng hangin. So gusto ko parang yung direction of the wind will blow sa direction na gusto kong tahakin, ganun. So parang yun yung naisip ko nun. And then, when I started yung tinatry ko na i-finish yung song, naisip ko na I shouldn't wait for that moment. Shouldn't wait for that parang gush ng wind, ganyan. Kasi I'm literally the author of my life. Parang ganun. So, kaya merong lyrics doon na Ngunit naalala kong hawak ko ang papel at
Yes.
lapis.
Mhm,
Na
mhm.
kaya kong baguhin yung wind, kaya kong baguhin lahat actually.
right.
So
Mhm.
doon ko na-realize na I'm in charge of my life. So kailangan ko nang gawin to. So yun yung parang moment na yun na
Ownership
take
ulit.
ownership na.
Ownership ulit. Galing. Ang galing. Okay. So,
Yeah.
yun nga, maganda rin sa kailan ba ako magiging masaya. May twist din doon, di ba? Na parang masaya ako. Ano yung parang you twisted it na tamang, anong lyrics mo doon na,
Kakalimutan ng nakaraan.
yan. Ang ganda lang.
Yan. Tapos, okay, pero I think yun din yung isa sa mga favorite kong nasulat sa album. Kasi sobrang vulnerable ko din sa song na yun. Ay, literal na, nung nire-record namin, iyak lang talaga ako. Nung iyak. Ganun siya.
Kahit sa studio, ganun?
Yeah,
Wow,
sa studio.
okay.
Tapos, nung pinapakinggan na yung recording, parang, hindi ko talaga kaya. So, parang, okay. And also, it helps din na I'm surrounded with people that nire-recognize na it's okay to cry, it's okay na parang hindi siya masamang thing. So parang, yun din, parang I'm so happy, I'm blessed to be surrounded with
I was just
people.
about to ask you, with how vulnerable you are and how open you are with your emotions. It's hard to get through stuff like that without a good support system. So can we talk about that a bit? And you mentioned it already, but can we talk about it some more? What it was like to have musicians and friends around that supported you during this journey.
Yeah. When I was really in that moment of struggle then kasi I started seeing I lost a lot of my friends before, ganyan. Ganun kasi kalala yung nangyari. Then, nag-overshare na ako, guys.
Wala.
Wait, tama na to.
Walang camera.
Hindi. Tapos, doon ko rin na-realize na nakita ko yung mga tao na nagstay talaga.
Wow, okay.
Like from before pa in my life, kahit mga ilang years na kaming friends. Tapos doon ko lang sila na-appreciate nung moment na yun na parang, bakit na kayo nandito pa rin kayo? Tapos my family, tapos I met new people na sobrang chine-cherish ko din because of their, yung love din nila for what they do, yung music, ganyan, and the writing. So, sobrang ganun. I love this new version of me in my life, and I think I started becoming more grateful then with the little things like that.
Okay, so we're about to wrap up. I wanted to ask you about what you mentioned earlier. Visual artist ka rin, diba? So a lot of the stuff on your Instagram and your Spotify, ikaw mismong gumagawa, right? So can you talk about how it ties into, visual themes, and ikaw na mismo nagsulat, diba? So it's all in your head, diba? But you're able to illustrate them yourself. So how cool is that? Well, I find it really cool because I can't draw to save my life. So how cool is that for you? And can you talk about that a bit?
Okay.
Sorry, haba ng question.
Kasi, yun nga, I started out as a singer talaga. And then, when I nag-senior high ako, sabi ko, ayoko na mag-music. Gusto ko naman mag-venture out in other fields of arts. So, I pursued interior design. And dun ko nahanap yung love ko for production design. So, I've always imagined parang a visual scenery talaga in my mind when I hear music. This for the production design, I help my friends to parang i-translate yun into something real. Yung mga naiisip nilang mga concept ganyan and stuff like those. And then so sa album ko na to, dun ko rin siya kinuha, like yung love ko for production design. So gusto ko very visual din ako mag-describe na everything, even sa mga musicians that recorded yung songs ko. Gusto ko, as in sinasabi ko lang sa kanila, gusto ko ganito, gusto ko yung parang, para akong nahuhulog, parang yung feeling na nahuhulog ka sa bangin, parang ganun, yung slow fall, ganun ako mag-describe ng gusto kong sound, tapos nata-translate nila yun into music and the chords, ganyan. So parang, yun yung, I think, favorite part ko na, like yung sa iyakin, parang gusto ko nakakalungkot, nakayak, pero parang nagtutwerk ka pa rin.
Pero may angas nga siya. Meron pa rin. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Pero
yeah.
siya parang,
Oo.
malungkot yung kanta, pero
Pero,
parang, nakaka-twerk pa rin siya.
Oo eh. Hindi,
Yun yung
well,
description ko before.
to be clear, hindi twerk yung naisip ko. Pero,
Sige.
hindi twerk. Pero, something
Sabihin
similar.
mo na.
Sige, twerk. Yeah.
Pero yun yung description ko sa kanila. Sabi ko, sad twerking. Yun, nung time na wala pang title yung song, yun yung nakalagay sa mga files. Sad
Sayang.
twerking.
Missed
Sad
opportunity yan. Di ba? Viral agad. Sad twerking. Oo.
So, yun yung, I think, malaking contribution din sa kung bakit naging ganun yung sound din and the visuals ng
Right,
album. Because
right.
I've become very in charge.
Ang galing eh. Kasi it's really interesting how different art forms interact. So sinasabi nga yung mga best na editor, musikero din, vice versa, diba? So it's cool. So maybe we can work together on a film project. Pero may tanong, may phone-in question, paano yung sad twerking? So sample daw. Sample na sad
Parang
twerking.
alam mo yung naiyak ka.
Yeah.
Pero hindi siya twerk talaga.
Parang ano lang, groove. Sad groove.
Nag-sample talaga.
Okay, last few questions, Shane. So, ito, sa Able Podcast kasi we like to, syempre, yung mga nanonood, they're looking for practical advice, di ba? Or tips that they can use. So, we would like to ask you if you could give any advice to our viewers or to your fans about writing music or anything in general, no? Anything that you'd like to impart to our viewers.
I think, yung advice ko is, you have to be honest talaga with yourself and with anything you do, whether it be music or sa visual arts or kahit hindi related sa arts. Parang kailangan mo talagang i-put yung honesty mo rin in yourself in everything you do. Kasi if you become parang you pretend someone na hindi ka naman, mahihirapan ka in the long run kasi parang in the middle of yung journey mo magiging parang I'm not like this. So, parang dun yung nagsistem out yung parang mag-change ka ng course in your life or basta parang magkakaroon ka ng confusion, ganun. So, I think you really have to be honest, be vulnerable. It's okay if malungkot ka. It's okay if, like, any emotions, it's okay. It's okay to be sad. It's okay if you're struggling or you're confused or happy or any emotions talaga. And yun yung magiging instrument sa things that you do. So, whether in music or in art, so that's an instrument. Take everything as an instrument.
Lastly lang, Shane, if you could lang, for people that might not have seen you yet, let them know where to find you, where to listen to your tracks, and promote your album.
Hi, I am Shanne Dandan, and if you want to listen to more of my music, you can find me sa Spotify, Shanne Dandan, so that's Shane with a double N. And then, sa lahat, Spotify, Facebook, and all the social media. Not TikTok, kasi hindi ako marunong mag TikTok. Ang dami ko sinasabi lang.
Oh, yan. Alright, so Shane, thank you for being on the show.
Yay, thank you.
And we'll see you again soon.